are wearing the same shirts as about 10 minutes ago when we filmed a little bit other stuff. And I'm still dying of my first COVID vax.
He's doing well though. Both got the sweats on.
Yeah,
you because you're sick and me because I'm fat.
I was out there vomiting before. Yeah, you hold this. Yeah. Oh no, you got stuff on your hands. That's alright, I'll hold it still.
Well, welcome to the Chunky Travellers. I'm Luke.
I'm Ryan.
So, today's episode, which is 10 minutes after the last one finished, is we're starting to put this motor back together, but first we are going to change the valve springs in this head. So we did have a failed leak test on the valves, but on good advice from a friend of ours, reckons they're good to send. So we're just going to pop them out, have a look, clean them, see if there's anything major. If there's anything serious, we won't use it, but if it's just, it could just be carbon buildup. So we're just going to pull them out, clean them up, put them in new springs, new retainers, and good to go. So that's what this episode will be, the start of, is putting this motor together. So enjoy. Don't mind all the sweat, because it's hot.
We'll put that fan on, but it's too noisy while we're trying to film. So we'll turn that back on, stop filming for about an hour, and then come back. Yeah. Oh no, not now.
It's like filming under a waterfall when it's on, eh?
I think I'm gonna go be sick again.
Okay, yeah. You enjoy that.
Okay.
You'll see me soon. Very first valve we pull out, which is the intake side on the front cylinder. Look at that build up. No damage, so I reckon it's probably just a build up issue. But holy smokes, are you serious? That's why I hate gas motors. Love them because they're strong, hate them because they're so filthy inside wherever they get, like, the gas goes. So I think we've got a lot of cleaning to do as we're doing valve springs. Dude, I can't believe that.
It looks like
unbelievable.
Looks like it's a marshmallow that's been in the fire for a month.
Yeah. And then got deep fried. Far out.
Don't mention deep fried, man. I'm on a diet and I'm hungry as hell. Oh, look, the diet I'm on, I can eat heaps of stuff, but I just have to go cook it, and I'm not in the mood right now.
Probably not the most ideal way to clean it.
You should probably scratch it. We'll put that belt.
Man, I honestly don't know how to clean that. If we had a wire, maybe we should buy a wheel.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll figure it out, and then we'll come back to you.
The first to know. All right, so that's the difference. Look at those baddies together.
The new ones.
This is the new one, yeah.
Heavy old duty ones. Our right, heavy duty.
Oh yeah.
Our left.
Yeah. So new caps and old one in the bin.
Yeah, old one.
Probably send them to Bronick with our head stud.
Yeah. Bronick's our friend from the drifting, the Matsuri videos. For any one of you guys not keeping up.
Yes.
Why aren't you keeping up?
And he likes using factory stuff, which is cool.
Yeah.
But we want to go fast.
Why waste money when you don't need to?
That's right.
So, but he's only sitting at 400 horsepower where we want 600.
Yeah. And I agree to a point, but I get like this anxiety of knowing I haven't done these things when I could have, and yeah. And the luck we have together, me and Ryan, we don't have much of it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, never have, never will.
No. Alright, well, that was a failure. We had a good crack, but failure with the tool department. This thing just wants to twist off. So every time we clamp it, just wants to shoot a spring in my eye. So I got the first one on, and I've spent an hour out here, 40 minutes, trying to do one more. We're just going to go to a shop and get them to do it, because I don't want to spend a couple $100 on the proper tool to remove these valve springs. and it'll probably only cost us that to get them done completely anyway. So that's what we're going to do, because that was a complete waste of time. Got one in like an hour and a half. So I've called it. I'm going to call up tomorrow, try and find someone to do it for us. It's a nice head though. That's the one. That one we did.
Yeah.
Definitely see the big difference in them though, eh?
Oh.
But anyway, we're going to call it there for today and bring it back up to date once we've got the head back. We got the head back.
The next day too.
So you couldn't have told.
You didn't.
What a retard. Anyway.
You can't say that, but you are though, so it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got the head back. Right, we'll show you what we had done. So
anyway, no one cares about your story. So Lukey this morning, what was it, 9 o'clock this morning, you called up Paranormal Performance in Gladstone and said, hey, I've got a head here, just need valve springs changed.
Yep.
Changed over to some they're crow cams. Yep. Valve springs, and he said, yeah, bring it in. And what time did I get him there? Like 10:30 or 11, I dropped it off. He called me at 1:30. He called me and said, oh yeah, it's ready to go. I was like, sweet. So yeah, thank you very much. What was he? It was Dylan, wasn't it? Dylan, yeah. Dylan at Paranormal Performance in Gladstone. Lovely. It was like $120. Yeah, it was cheap as. Yeah, so
if you're in the area and you need mechanical work done, go see the boys down there.
Yep.
Phenomenal.
Yep. Good dude too. He showed us his Beamer with the twin turboed LS in it. And
yeah, he's got some cool stuff lying around.
Yeah.
Much better than walking into a performance shop and seeing cool stuff.
Yeah. Knows his stuff too, so it's good. Thank you very much, Dylan. We appreciate it very much. So yeah, so new valve springs in.
Yep. So you'll see in the time lapse just before this, somewhere in this video, we were trying to do it ourselves, and I nearly killed myself 3 times because our clamp just wasn't designed for heavy duty springs. So I kept trying to fly off at 100 mile an hour, and that's why I gave up and we went to do it. So
160 clicks, 160 k's an hour for the people wondering what 100 mile an hour is. But yeah, so we're we're doing the single valve at a time, but it took me an hour and a half for each.
1.5 and then
to do 1.5, yeah, and it took them an hour to
one technically
because they've got the actual.
Yeah, they can do 4 of them at a time.
Yeah.
So, which speeds things along really quickly. So.
Oh, bloody raining again. The shed bloody flooded before. We got, I think it was 30 mil in about 15, 20 minutes before. Now it's bloody raining again. Got to clean up the yard. What a mess. Nah, got no time for that. Going camping. So yes, what we are going to do now is we're going to do these oil pump gears. Yep. Do oil pump gears because they can be a bit of a pain. And put them in time lapse, usual deal. So hopefully you can still hear us with the rain. But yeah, we'll speak up. I probably won't. I can still my silent. Hey, can you mumble again for me? So mate, people can hear us. I've asked them. Yeah, anyway, we'll put it on time lapse and get this done. That's what I was going to say. Yeah, well, we'll see you soon. Oh, and also, I'm feeling a lot better than yesterday after my COVID shot. So, yeah, but I still had a headache, and I'm still sore on my arm there. But yeah, not feeling like rubbish. Like yesterday, I was vomiting and pain all over, massive headache. So, but I'm better today. I only had 6 Panadol and 2 Nurofen, and I'm good to go. But yeah, I know you're all concerned about me, so that's an update. Right, the trusty old Makita on low speed. Got 6 of them out without stripping, but then there's these 2 here. That one. So we're gonna have to drill them out now and hope for the best. Yeah, did well though. Yeah. Honestly, they're pretty soft. Like, look at they're rooted, like you'd never reuse them. Yeah, so very soft. Got new ones, a lot of them. Yeah. Goodbye! It's almost like I knew you wanted me to keep filming on the other camera.
Yep, you're all over it, mate. So,
just as I turn this camera on, the rain starts again.
Zip it away. But anyway, this is where we're at. So, give it a bit of a clean out, as you can see in there, but wipe that all out. Then got our backing plate and our new pump gears and our new bolts. So,
oh yeah, rip it open.
Nice little billet. See where the drill billets, like machines out the material.
Oh, stocked up on beers too. I'm on a keto diet. Apparently, my wife.
For the chunky travellers, not the morbidly obese travellers.
Is that necessary?
My bad.
In case you didn't hear what he said we're the chunky travellers, not the morbidly obese travellers. What a
that word.
what a willy face. So I'm on the super dries, low carbs. So 2.2 grams of carbs per beer. The what are they? Pure blondes. They're only 1.7 grams of carb per. Oh, here he's doing Vaseline.
Yeah, so I just use Vaseline as a bit of a lubricant. Continue, keep going.
But they're only a 4.2% alcohol, where these are 4.5. So yeah,
They're much nicer than a pure blonde too.
yeah. So yeah, that's my beer review for today. Oh no, I didn't really review it, did I? It's actually not too bad. It's compared to what I normally drink, I prefer the other stuff. But I'm a European lager or pilsner sort of a guy.
All right. So with these bad units,
I don't have a what? Tell me.
well, there's usually, yeah, usually they have like a pin punch to line up the gear to the its outer counterpart. But obviously it doesn't matter, it must just be all the same no matter where you are. So yeah, just chuck them in. Because I would usually line the two up. No, it doesn't matter where that goes in here, but I always put the two to the top and then just put it to the top sort of thing. So because we don't need to, I will double check because we did get instructions. Just push that right in. And then once it's in, you just punch a whole heap of Vaseline.
Oh. Vaseline, also good for chapped lips. Anything else you can think of?
Oh, there's a lot Vaseline's good for.
Yeah. Vaseline.
But it's very good for putting together engines, and we used to use it on our apex seals and stuff in our rotaries when we were building rotaries. And
No one cares about your past life, mate.
yeah, true. Well, yeah, true. But yeah, you just smush it in just so when you go to do its first startup, it's already got something to start the suction of it getting on. They do self-prime anyway, but it's just the sooner you can have oil pumping through your motor, the better.
And if you don't have oil, you could always just use water, yeah?
Yeah.
My favourite bit was when Luke started cleaning up the old backing plate that we're not going to use. He's like wiping it down, making it nice and shiny, and then goes, "Oh, we don't need this anymore."
Alright, so that's that. Now, you don't need any sealant around any of this, you just whack it on. Because even if it does push past, which it probably won't, it's gonna just go straight back into the sump anyway. So that's that. And the other thing that we picked up on the way, Loctite. So you want to get the purple because it's the mild.
2-2.
Yeah, it's the low strength. Yeah. Loctite.
So when I was looking for it, because I'd never bought Loctite before, City, other thing, I was looking and it's red at the top, but there's 2 that are red at the top and 1 that's blue at the top. But it's the bottle you really want to look at. It's the purple on it. So but the 222, that's the one you want.
Yeah, because the red, if you get the red Loctite, it ain't coming apart.
Yeah, the red Loctite is high strength. The blue is the medium and the purple is the low.
Yeah,
I found all this out today.
You can use the blue. So if all you've got is blue and all you can get your hands on is blue, go for it. Purple's what they recommend, and red is used for more permanently fixing things. So you're probably not ideal using red. So yeah, just wouldn't.
I'll just, while we wait, I'll just talk about my day. So I got up around 9ish or something, 9:30. And I don't know what I did.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'll just fill it in for...
Was it really filling in?
Yeah, well, what would people rather see, my beautiful face or you putting Loctite on a bolt?
Do you want the honest answer or the...
Yeah, right.
Probably the Loctite on the bolt, mate. Yeah.
Fine. Whatever. Well, that was just one of them. So just put a dab.
Yeah, you just a minimal amount.
Dab for me.
That was a little...
You want to get the rest of them and just...
That was a clot.
Oh. Must have had the AstraZeneca.
Too soon, mate.
Too soon? Yeah. There we go. So, just a little tiny bit. Oh, look at that. Alright, well that's that. We won't bore you with more of the same thing. So, here's the rest of my day. So I went to the butcher and I bought some ribs, some pork spare ribs. Put them on the smoker, and I put a corned beef on the smoker as well. So we're having corned beef, which is pastrami after it's smoked, and pork spare ribs. All right, cool. That was it. Okay, bye.
Good afternoon.
Hello there. There's a delay on the GoPro when it turns on, so he's like, "Good afternoon."
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Take 2. So we're finally back in the shed. You can see Babby in the background there. We are... What are you talking, mate? What are we doing today?
I don't know what we're doing today. We're gonna... Well, what are we doing?
Gapping some rings.
Gapping some rings. All right,
we're gonna pull the bottom end apart. Gap the rings. Hopefully get our head studs in. Get the head on. We got a head gasket that come. That was supposed to be next week. That was coming on Friday, so that was great. So we can get the head on. Hopefully get that torque down tonight. Gonna send Ryan down to get a new torque wrench and some assembly lube. We're just gonna see how far we get, eh?
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get it half put back together. Do our best to get our oil pump on, sorry. Might even be able to get the timing set up tonight. So then all we got to do is throw a sump on it and a rocket cover. I'm a bit optimistic.
Yeah, you're very optimistic with this.
Someone's got to be.
Yeah. I'm just happy to see it all sort of starting to come together a bit.
Yeah, it's going to be so good. So, so that's what we're doing. So, hang around.
Please.
All right. So, first things first, we are taking the baffle tray off. And then I've got these, they're the main cap bolts. We're going to take them out. We'll get this off, our main cap's off. Then we're going to pop the rod bolts and go from there. But that's your your first step really. Yeah, we've already obviously got the me and my words today, the pickup and everything off it. We got that off last time we had it, the first time we pulled it apart. So we'll just keep them all aside, and yeah, we'll go from there. Alright, so we've got that tray off. So these are all marked with a number and also an arrow, so you know that these are like number 1, number 2, and that's from the back of the motor forward. When you get to 5, it's actually a T, because that's your thrust bearing in there. But yeah, 6, 7. So that's that. Now we can seal our rod bolts. Oh wait, yeah, big end caps and stuff. So we can start popping them apart. So far, I haven't seen anything remarkable, which is great. We don't want to see anything remarkable. We want to go nice and easy. So we'll yeah, go from there.
What have we found, Luke?
Well, we pulled our first crank bearing off, and as you can see, it's worn through the actual bearing material, so we can't reuse it like we'd planned to. We were just hoping we could just quickly pop it all apart, do the rings, and then throw it back together, but it looks like we've got to throw some bearings in it. So
there's a little tiny.
Yeah, you can catch a fingernail on it. It's usually not ideal, but I don't know if I'm that concerned about that. But we'll see what else we find.
Yeah.
Got 8 more caps to pull off, so is it 7 caps actually? So we'll do that, see what we end up with. But
Yeah, fantastic. Good news. Right, so this is how the professionals gap rings, okay?
touch it both sides. No, we're gonna do that again. I didn't get very straight.
Yeah, but now you're gonna get, oh, okay, all right. Please, how much are you taking?
Well, I didn't want to be there all day.
We'll get a bit of blow by, it's fine. And that, as I said before, blow by, in case you were wondering, is when you fart and a bit of poo goes past. That's not it. Anyway. You know what, you need a hand?
Nah. I need a qualified mechanic.
We need some light. Oh, the lights are on. Do you need this little gauge thing?
Yeah. The feeler gauge.
Oh, so you use the...
Yeah, it just gets it straight then.
Oh, that's loose as.
Really?
No,
Oh.
it's not in yet. That won't go in yet.
Yeah, that's right. I just want to get an idea. Cool. Yeah, we've got heaps to go.
But yeah, this is how you gap rings professionally. And yeah.
Don't let anybody tell you any different.
Yeah, don't take it to a mechanic or a performance shop. You don't need that.
Nah. Need a grinder. That's what you need.
Preferably not a Milwaukee. What did you do?
Mate, don't look at me.
What did you do?
Jason?
Jason, what did you do?
I showed up.
You showed up.
He was here.
Because you were holding the grinder on, Luke... It's your fault, Jason. Your fault.
Yeah.
Luke
Remember that?
gapped the rings too much, didn't you?
Yeah. I gapped him a lot.
So yeah, what are they supposed to be? 30?
No, bottom ring's supposed to be 30 thou, and the top ring's supposed to be 28.
28. They're both 35.
Make
Yeah.
sure just when you're filming me, you got to go up. Remember, not eye level with you. You got to, yeah, that's better, much better.
This must be how, like, your vision of me from here down.
Yeah, pretty much.
I get stuck. I'll film you from wherever the hell I want, mate. You're going to be gapping my rings wrong. I'm going to film you wherever I want. From here. Alright, well, we're going to move on to the next one. We're going to gap those rings at maybe 40 thou.
Maybe. I haven't decided yet.
Oh, man, it cost me so much money. No, alright, let's gap this. It's my turn to gap some rings, so. Luke's sick of...
No, I just don't trust myself now. It's been a long time.
Luke is,
20...
yeah.
What did I say we're gapping to? 28.
28. Yeah. Luke is sick
Where
of
the hell did 28 go?
messing it up, so.
Yeah, I messed up the second ring too. If we didn't say that already.
You want this gigantic flower that's bigger than your whole head in your hair. Okay, we'll just put it in behind your ear like that. There we go.
I don't know why I brought this.
Here we go. Spin it around the other way, mate. Why? It's away from the bricks. Alright, go. I'm happy with that.
I probably wouldn't recommend drinking beers while you're trying to do this sort of thing.
What, we've only had 2.
Have we? No.
3 beers.
Well, we had that Asahi too.
Oh, 3.5, 4 beers.
Yeah.
Don't tell them. Don't admit that.
Yeah, we admit, we regret nothing.
Nah, not even close.
This top ring's probably the hardest. The bottom one
Oh,
takes
hey.
about 3 seconds on there.
Watch me. Okay. It's still making a grinding noise and I'm not even touching it. He's taking out the bloody bench.
I'm just gapping the bench too while I'm at it.
Professional.
So, just in case nobody's ever done this before,
This is not how you're supposed to do it.
the grinder's a bit excessive, but this is accurate. So you put the ring in, you drop your piston in, and because you got your other rings, so this, you've got your secondary compression ring and then your oil rings, it'll just drop it down the right depth you need to get the ring to where it needs to sit, so you can get the right.
Quick question.
Yeah, sure.
That I was thinking of before. What happens when you're doing the second ring and you got
It sits on the oil ring.
So this ring here.
Yeah.
What if you're doing that one? Do you just put the other one in and then?
No. Well, you can, 100%, but it'll sit on the. That's an oil ring.
That's your oil
oil
ring.
scavenging ring.
Oh, okay. So,
So when the piston comes up, it oils the bore, and then as it comes down, that ring drags the excess oil off the bore.
Oil comes through that.
No.
Huh?
No.
So I'm a complete noob when it comes to.
Well, you crank spinning at 6-7 RPM, so it throws oil
throwing
out.
it up, right.
This ring's designed to drag all that oil back down, so you're not smoky or whatever. And these 2 top rings are just your first and secondary compression rings.
You're so helpful.
I'm pretty sure diesels actually have a 3rd compression ring, don't they? I'm pretty sure. I'm going to say they do. They have 3. One, there is a top. Yeah.
I like how he's asking us.
Yeah.
The mechanic is asking us.
Diesels do have a 3rd compression ring because they have massively high compression.
You don't need to film me. You can film him.
I'm just as good at looking. Come on, mate. I think I've got this actually.
I don't know. How much do I need, mate?
About the same as before. Okay.
Well, that's nice and straight now. Oh, that's beautiful. I looked into the light and I can't see properly now. So
Do one more of them.
yeah, why not?
Also helpful if you must use Milwaukee for this sort of thing. Quality.
I'd like to thank Jason too for filming for us. Thank you, Jason.
It's alright. Yeah, we're nowhere near that.
We're not paying him either.
We're giving him beers.
Yeah, he can have a beer or two.
And a few hours away from his missus.
It helps.
That's a bit mean. You're welcome though.
Thank you.
Why do you think we do this, mate? Because it gives us a few hours away from our missus too.
I'm spending thousands of dollars just to be away
From the family.
Alright guys, so our gapping of those rings,
Fairly successful.
yeah, fairly. Was what, 75% successful?
Is it 80%?
80%, okay. So number one piston, the gaps are a bit too big.
Yeah.
Thank you, Luke.
Yeah,
and number four, the top ring is a bit too big.
Thank you, Ryan.
The gap. Thank you, Ryan. No, it's
Bearing.
okay. It's
Bearing
that's just a bearing. That's all right. Nah, we don't need them anyway. So we're just going to pull the crank out now. Why are we doing that? Why not?
Well, we got to replace the bearing.
So so we're going to pull that out. Yeah. So the whole grinder
Also,
sort of worked. It wasn't too bad. So you just got to be careful. Yeah. Once we got the hang of it, it was pretty good.
Get in the rhythm.
Yeah. Get into the rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Once because one of us just held the trigger like you saw, and then just slowly, you know, back and forwards to the engine. Checking to make sure that we hadn't done too much.
Patience is key.
Yes. Right.
Oh my goodness.
Bye. New. Look at that. Geez, they're actually pretty good on the bottom, eh? Yeah, the bearings are not too bad down here. The top ones, not so great. You got an example?
Yeah, half of that's rooted. If it looked like that, it would be sweet, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it is what it is, man. We're just gonna get it all. Hey?
It ain't what it
It
ain't.
ain't what it ain't. Yeah, we're just gonna get new bearings and chuck them in there. Why not? Because we'd rather have the bearings in there than not, and let them clearance if the crank's not completely straight. Because
we're not doing them now.
Yeah, we got told that the cranks in Barras aren't always completely. Whoops. Stay still. Yeah, the cranks aren't completely straight.
Yeah, can be up to 4th hour out.
Yeah, so they just sort of run into the bearings. Oh, hang on. So yeah, they wear into the bearings a bit just because they're out. So they'll.
Because they're Ford made.
Shut up.
It would have been good if they were GM.
This was an LS, mate.
I'm sorry about their negativity there. Why would you say such things? GM. Ugh. Flaming ridiculous. But yeah, so that's us for tonight though anyway, isn't it? That's
pretty much all we can do until we get some bearing.
It's like 9 o'clock at night on a Sunday, so.
Got work tomorrow?
Yeah, got to drive 2 hours to Yeppoon tomorrow, so that'll be fun. But yeah, so that's us for tonight. We've pulled all the stuff out, gapped the rings.
Yep.
Yeah, that's us. We're done. Don't forget that we love you very much. Yes, you. You, Carlos. My man.
G'day guys, welcome back to the Chunky Travellers. It's Luke here. We Ryan's not with me today, as you'll see, but I thought while the weather's pretty ordinary, we're going to hook into Babby and do start stripping the paint. I want to degrease the block and paint it ready for reassembly. We're just waiting on some main bearings and conrod bearings. So a friend of ours, Veronica, sent us some piston rings because, as you will see in an episode, I don't know where it'll fall in with this, probably before this, we did over gap our rings slightly, so we're just going to replace them, re-gap them, and throw it all together once we've got all that. So I've also got our block now. I don't recommend gurney and your block out in the rain. But we've got new bearings and everything coming, so I'm not that worried. I'm going to dry it off by hand, blow it out, make sure there's nothing left on any polished surfaces or anything. So, but yeah, don't judge me.